Hello everyone, greetings. Welcome to the YouTube channel of Jamia UPSC Society. Today's session will be on how to prepare for Jamia Hamdard RCA. So it is also known as JHRCA. Recently there was a notification of Jamia Hamdard RCA, and that is why a lot of students have queries on how to prepare for the same. Well, firstly, some of you might have doubts including what is an RCA. Residential Coaching Academies offer you not just learning environment but also hostel facilities. One might ask, what is so special about hostel facilities? This is considered to be one of the best ways to prepare for a UPSC exam, because in hostel environment and an environment where like-minded people are together, you tend to gain from others knowledge and experience in the field. More importantly, when you are home, बेटा धनिया ले आ, बेटा सब्जी ले आ, बेटा घर पे कोई आया है, बेल बज रही है, कुत्ता आया, बिल्ली आई, whatever. So that will not be a problem, because you would be in a hostel and all these things would be taken care of, because they will also have mess facilities are usually included with some minimal additional charges. So what is happening is that you are saving a lot of time. बर्तन नहीं धोने and maybe झाड़ू पोछा नहीं करना and all that things, and at the same time you will have a good peer group wherein you can discuss topics, study together, because जब आप अकेले पढ़ते हो, fatigue is obvious. Fatigue in the sense कि जब पढ़ते पढ़ते you might कितना खींच लोगे, खींच के maybe 8 hours 10 hours, उसके बाद में you will be tired. So when you study in group, when you discuss topics, not just that you know a lot of other things, but the fact that you are obviously accommodative for more hours of learning, because your mind will not think that you are studying, your mind will think you are talking, and technically you are studying because you are discussing topics for your preparation. So these were the benefits of studying for UPSC in an RCA. So about the JHRCA. JHRCA was established in 2009, and this program of RCA is offered by the Ministry of Education and is funded by University Grants Commission UGC. Now eligibility, you might ask, the eligibility is simple. You either have to be a minority candidate or a SC/ST candidate or a women candidate. In this program you would be getting full academic support along with a lot of tests that they have to offer, and on top of that you need to know the location. The location would be in Jamia Hamdard University, which is located in New Delhi. You can Google it and search for where it is and everything else. Now comes the duration of your residence in this particular JHRCA would be about 10 months, depending on whether you are clearing prelims or any other examinations. You are of course eligible to reappear if you have not appeared again. So that is also one of the perks of being here. Talking about the campus of JHRCA, it's really beautiful, really green, quite spacious. So बहुत बार ये होता है when you have to compare it with ORN or any other thing, वहाँ पे रहने का cost is a lot, food cost is a lot, and on top of that it is really congested. For a very small room you have to pay at least over 10,000, and over here you will see that the campus is really spacious, really secure. So compared to any other place in Delhi, it is better to be in an RCA, and JHRCA is one of them. So the facilities that you would be getting here as per the notification would of course include academic activities in the form of lectures and events and motivation sessions by toppers. Then there is of course library facility. So the library is open 20 hours a day as per the notification, and there will be a lot of material available in the library, including newspapers, periodicals, and what all you request for. Then there is hostel facility and of course mess facility. One more thing you have to know, that the mess facility would be available upon payment, and it is only available to those who are residing in the hostel itself. An attractive factor over here is the availability of stipend. But you need to know that stipend is not compulsory. Secondly, it would only be given to 20% of the candidates at 2,000 rupees a month, and that too would be upon merit cum means basis. So the procedure is given for that too, and you have to know that these stipend would only be given depending upon the availability of funds for the institute. Okay, so now you want to of course know about the admission process. So the link for the admission form would be given below. Now the process is very simple. Admission के लिए you have to first enroll yourself through the link. After that you will be going through a national level test. This test would be inclusive of two parts. One would be a national level written test. इनमें से कुछ बच्चे या candidates select होंगे. After their selection, they would be called for a group discussion or a personality test or interview. So based on that, if you are selected, your name would be given in the final list and you would get a call from JHRCA to attend their program. Eligibility for the same is that you must have completed your graduation from any recognized university or college of India. There are certain rules for the same that some candidates cannot apply. You can go through them at your leisure. So now let us look at the written test. It would be a national level test. So that is why you need to prepare well, because competition would be really high. Now the centers for this test would only be two centers, which is one at Delhi and another would be at Kannur, Kerala. So in case you want to apply, please go through the places where these are located so that it is better for you to decide. Next comes the pattern. The pattern of the test would be inclusive of 100 questions worth 300 marks. There would be a negative marking for wrong answers, and that would be 1/3 of the marks which is decided for one question. Now there is one more thing to know, that अगर आप कोई question नहीं attempt करते हैं, then no marks are cut for that. You are allowed to leave a question blank and no marks would be cut for that. Now you need to know that the syllabus for this exam is literally similar to that of UPSC prelims. It is quite inclusive. So of course you will have to study history, geography, economics, polity and everything that is inclusive. There will also be certain questions from CSAT which are included in this paper itself. Okay, so like you really have to prepare it in lines how you prepare for prelims. The duration for this test would be for 2 hours. So within 2 hours, you have to solve 100 questions worth 300 marks with a negative marking. So your preparation must be really nice. We would be taking a session further on wherein we would cover on how to prepare for the exam, and we will also try to cover some PYQs so that you have an idea on how to prepare, what to prepare and from when to prepare. The candidates who would then qualify this exam would be called for an interview or a group discussion. Now this interview would be carrying 50 marks. Okay, so venue for it would be one place only, which is in the university which is located in New Delhi. So there are certain terms and conditions to be able to study here. Of course, they want you to prepare for UPSC and UPSC only. So what is happening is that if you are enrolled in some other university courses, or if you are employed, then you will not be permitted in the campus. It is a simple policy because आपको पढ़ने के लिए बुला रहे हैं ना, तो आपका sole focus पढ़ने पे होना चाहिए. And next is, of course, there is some kind of attendance mechanism and minimum of 60% attendance is mandatory. तो ये attendance होंगी so what classes में and test में and everything. So you need to give your tests and attend the lectures if at all regularly. We right now have a tentative schedule as per the official notification of JHRCA. The schedule says that the last day for applying for the exam is January 28th. So we hope that आप preparation तो बाद में start कर सकते, but at least you should fill out the form first, right? So whether to attempt or not is your choice, but missing out on a form is like missing out on an opportunity, and do not wait for last day to grab that opportunity. Now next comes possibly these are the given dates and maybe the session will start from March 20th. Okay, so these are the list of tentative dates, and please do not blindly rely on them, but please have them as guidance. So as per the notification, there are 100 seats available, but the good news is that the seats can increase if the university so decides. Now further, the admission fee is ₹1,000 and you can fill the form on this link, which you can also find in the description for your ease. So actually there is one more thing which is notified on JHRCA's behalf, which is that there is a self-finance scheme. The details of the same are given below, or you can also read it from the official notification. So now you would be wondering upon the details of how to prepare, what strategy to follow, what should be the sources and what are the PYQs. Well, so we would be conducting a detailed free session for the same. We hope that you register for it. It would be free of cost, no worries. And the link to register for the same is given in the details. See you in the next session. Until then, sayonara.